Recently, there has been growing speculation and excitement surrounding Ripple and its associated digital asset XRP due to developments suggesting potential collaboration with the Federal Reserve of the SEC, United States. A significant moment occurred when David Anafalto, Senior Vice President at the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, mentioned how Ripple's infrastructure might be leveraged to manage fund transfers, specifically through its use of XRP for real-time settlements. This sparked widespread discussions about the possibility of the Federal Reserve outsourcing aspects of its payment processing systems to third-party blockchain companies like Ripple. While this idea might seem dramatic, it aligns with earlier statements from the Federal Reserve indicating their openness to utilizing technologies like XRP and Stellar XLM to enhance the efficiency and transparency of their blockchain-based services, particularly within the FedNow real-time payment platform. Ripple, known for its decentralized open-source financial solutions and innovation in global payments, has long been touted as a viable alternative to traditional cross-border payment systems, which often suffer from delays and lack of clarity around fees. Integrating Ripple into FedNow would not only streamline domestic and international money transfers, but could also boost the credibility and market value of XRP significantly. Enthusiasts argued that if these collaborations are fully realized, XRP could see a price surge to unprecedented levels, with some overly bullish predictions suggesting values reaching $10,000 per token. These claims, though speculative, are fueled by Ripple's increasing visibility in central banking circles, such as its mention in a Federal Reserve white paper titled The U.S. Path to Faster Payments, which described Ripple's technology as a key player in modernizing payment infrastructure. The paper noted Ripple's capacity to deliver transparent, instantaneous transactions, which stand in contrast to the usual 2-4-day delays typical of traditional banking. Further reinforcing Ripple's credibility, partnerships with institutions like the Bank of England and the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority have shown global interest in Ripple's financial protocols. Additional claims have surfaced that Ripple has also drawn attention from the European Union, with suggestions that XRP could underpin the digital euro and support wealth transfer mechanisms across member states. While these assertions come from various unofficial sources, many believe there is mounting evidence of Ripple's quiet but significant influence on global monetary systems. Interestingly, this momentum coincides with warnings from the Federal Reserve about financial instability due to rising interest rates, vulnerabilities in real estate market circumstances that may prompt policymakers to consider alternative settlement technologies. Moreover, rumors that international groups like BRICS are exploring XRP for cross-border transactions only add to the anticipation that XRP might soon become a global settlement asset. In the backdrop of all this, figures such as Jess Chan, allegedly a former Ripple executive and now senior legal counsel at the Federal Reserve, are said to be playing a role in shaping this integration. All of these elements contribute to the theory that Ripple's growing presence among central banks and international financial bodies could pave the way for XRP's mainstream adoption. While many of these claims remain speculative or unconfirmed officially, the larger narrative suggests a potential transformation in how the world views and uses Ripple's XRP in the global financial system. As we follow the unfolding story of XRP, it's clear that its role in the global financial landscape is rapidly evolving. With the legal dispute between Ripple and the US SEC now resolved, the door has opened for significant developments, particularly among the BRICS nations, who have reportedly chosen to collaborate with Ripple in the creation of their own central bank digital currencies, CBDC, using the XRP ledger. This partnership marks a pivotal shift in international finance, as Ripple's technology is increasingly being adopted across each BRICS country. Our journey begins in Brazil, where a major milestone was reached: the launch of an on-demand liquidity ODL crypto service developed with Ripple's support. This initiative represents a major leap forward in Brazil's fintech sector, highlighting the nation's commitment to leveraging blockchain for cross-border efficiency. Meanwhile, in Russia, mounting evidence indicates that President Vladimir Putin has adopted a strategic pivot away from reliance on the US dollar and the petrodollar system. Following Russia's exclusion from the SWIFT network, the nation has shown increased interest in Ripple's decentralized infrastructure to build a national CBDC, demonstrating an effort to maintain a foothold in, quote, global finance despite sanctions. Turning to India, Ripple's involvement in the country's ambitious digital rupee initiative further underscores its growing significance. Ripple's technology is reportedly the backbone of this project, reflecting India's focus on becoming a key player in the development of global digital currencies. China's participation further solidifies this trend, as it reportedly works with Ripple to explore the use of digital assets issued by state-owned banks, another sign of Ripple's deepening influence in central bank digital currency infrastructure. In Africa, the story is much the same. The 2022 African Blockchain Report outlines how CBDC across the continent, especially in countries like South Africa, are increasingly being developed on the XRP ledger. More than a dozen African nations are reportedly integrating Ripple's payment technology, signaling a growing reliance on XRP for secure, fast, and efficient financial services. Reinforcing this trend, XRP was recently recognized in a BRICS LED study as one of the most effective digital assets for global payments, further cementing its credibility and appeal. These global developments have led to a surge in price speculation surrounding XRP, with some forecasts drawing significant attention. Notably, several financial analysts have suggested XRP could eventually reach values as high as $500 or even more, prompting deeper investigation. According to a source consulted during our research ChatGPT, a popular AI system, the future of cryptocurrencies like XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano looks bullish, with, quote, expected growth exceeding 100% in the near term. Adding further fuel to this optimism is Ripple co-founder Arthur Brito's belief that XRP was designed to eventually reach $10,000, a figure he argues is in line with the asset's foundational purpose and scalability. Brito envisions XRP as capable of handling the global liquidity needs, estimated at $7.5 trillion, emphasizing the token's capacity to scale. In this context, a price point of $1.50 represents only an early stage of its broader potential. However, reaching even $10 will demand mass adoption and substantial transaction volume across the XRP ledger on a global scale. At present, 21 countries have publicly declared their support for or exploration of Ripple's technology, indicating that this shift is already underway.